As always, like I said, skip the intro. Skip all the other shit. Countdowns, all of it. Let's talk about this. The reason why I hate younger and anime enthusiasts, because these dudes seek out more knowledge than I will ever do. All right, so my man from my mom's basement. Uh, yeah, he. What does he like to do? Oh, he analyzes a lot of shit, and almost down to like some tea where you know on some old. Damn, you're looking way too into it. But then it's almost appreciative. You have to be appreciative of it because it's like, damn, shit. I never thought about it like that. You never watch something and then you know think about, oh shit, this anime has this in it, or no, the opening of this anime is showing you this and foreshadowing all the other bullshit. Not so much bullshit, but because if you're looking into it, it's what it is. Fucking my guy though. I don't know. This shit is a well constructed report. As if we're sitting in anime class and he's telling me the what do you want to call it? God damn it, fucking weed. What do you call it when you're trying to present something in your whatever it is? My man's got it. And the beauty of it is that he's telling you about how important openings are, or the opening of well, I'm about to say One Piece, greatest anime ever, Cowboy Bebop, and it only escapes me because I'm thinking about something that's continuing and I'm waiting for it to end. And he's talking about things of the past. I'm gonna say things of such as the reason why you never skip this opening. The only reason why I never skip this opening is because it's beast. It's beautiful. It's not something like where it's an extension of the episode that's gonna come, even though it's gonna be something probably totally different from what you're about to watch, i.e., his old foreshadowing shit. If you're foreshadowing something that's either in the beginning of the series or the end of the series, that doesn't even matter because we're in the now, and that's how I look at these some of these openings. Because you look at long running anime.
To the
Okay, I'm gonna
business of
let
roasting
this shit go. Is
rancid
there a way I
anime
could
garbage,
fucking?
diving too deep into silly VR worlds,
I
and
wonder if there's a way that I
exposing
could.
kooky cults, my main hustle was
What's the word? Mute this guy as I talk as his shit rolls on, but that would be fucking disingenuous. What's crazy about it because I loved I love openings. There's more than just one of there's probably at least 3 or 4 openings that or intros or whatever the fuck you call it, dog. Whatever that shit's called in the beginning of a show when you're about to fucking feel your feels and then get into what you're about to feel. We'll talk about something that's not anime. Game of Thrones. This is why Mom's Basement is better than me. Because I say Game of Thrones, there should be some sort of reference of Game of Thrones going up on the screen. But no, there will not be. I am lazy as fuck. I'm not doing all that. I don't feel like doing editing. I'm not an editor. Not at all. By any means of the. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. You, the first, what, however, 30, we'll even give it 60 seconds, probably a little bit longer, of the Game of Thrones theme without any words or anything of that matter. You know what the fuck is about to happen. It's what it is. It's what it is. Back to anime. The same thing you can say about Cowboy Bebop is almost the same thing you can say about Samurai Champloo. You are not skipping that shit. The battle cry. It was what it is. It's the battle cry. So it's almost like Cowboy Bebop started a different genre beyond space orchestra, way beyond that. Because now we got 3. We're only waiting for at least fucking 2 more to complete the set. What? Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and that Megalobox. Even though we probably should show a little bit more love for that, but it's neither here nor there. And just to get on to what do I got? 5 minutes of my stupidity rant. Let's get to what I'm talking about.
Analyzing anime openings, picking apart
I don't
their
want this to be
symbolism
too
and
fucking
foreshadowing
thing.
to find themes and messages hidden in plain sight. I covered a lot
I
of
don't do
personal
that when I
faves
look
and
at
all-time
anime.
greats
When I
in that
look at
time, but
intros.
one extremely important
This is what
opening
makes them better than
continued
me.
to elude my grasp. Until
Holy shit.
now. On the surface, Cowboy Bebop's tank seems simple enough. A heavily stylized, catchy instrumental
Exactly.
number meant to set the tone, establish the characters, and cement them in your mind for the
I wonder
rest
if
of your
he's ever
natural
done a
life.
fucking
But
video
director
about
Shinichiro Watanabe
the
is a
way
meticulous,
music-
deliberate sort of genius
an
who
anime
instills
guy.
deeper meaning into every
Flows-
facet of his
makes
work that he
anime
can,
flow.
using every tool at his disposal, and he'd never settle for style without substance if he could help it. I knew there
I
had
don't
to
know
be
any of
more
these
to
people.
Tank than just cool visuals and a cool song. It offers few visual
I'm not
clues as to
bad
what
for
that
that.
might be, though,
I'm
and
curious.
I'm just not a musically minded guy, so after doing enough research to peg it as a more
Let me know in
refined
the
spiritual
comments
successor to the
if I'm a
early
shitty person
jazzy
because I'm not
openings of
looking
Lupin III,
so
which
deep into
also
intros.
clearly inspired the relationship between Bebop's crew and the show itself, I hit a wall and gave up. But the recent release of Netflix's disappointing live-action
This is
version of the
horrible.
opening has renewed my interest. Their take on Tank
I don't know why it would renew your interest. That's another thing. Try to stop using words so many times because we're not editing this. Who the hell is freaking doing things? Blah blah blah.
is fun, creatively edited, and full of genuinely impressive shots and effects, and it even explicitly foreshadows many important plot beats from the series. Yet it
Which is
also
bad. Which
feels
makes
hollower
this
than the original Sun
worse than the last
not
one.
just for
Definitely
its criminal
hollower.
lack of ed. They may have meticulously recreated
even
the
that.
look and sound of anime's
'cause-
least skippable opening, but somewhere along
The only reason why they're doing all the extra stuff is because, all right, they're letting you know, oh, if you watch us, you're gonna see Crazy Clown, you're gonna see Vicious, you're gonna see the fucking cowboy dude who thinks he is Spike, I believe. I think that's how that went. I know along the way this too. He says fucking like that. That's the thing too. I don't go back. I'm not going back to anime or shows that I love because all of a sudden it's become some sort of popular thing. I kind of go back for those feels, just like music. You don't listen to a song because, oh yeah, man, it's talking about killing and it's talking about this girl from California or whatever it is. Well, I guess it is because that's part of the feel. That has to be part of the feel. But it's almost the same thing. Music and media go hand in hand. I wonder what type of fucking theme music. Like, remember back in the day when they used to have soundtracks for movies? You could either you can buy a videotape to watch the movie, or if you didn't want to watch the movie, you just wanted the feels, you can go and buy freaking Pulp Fiction's soundtrack.
way, they ripped out its soul. And as I was rewatching the anime in preparation for Netflix's adaptation, the nature of that soul finally became clear to me. Perhaps it was the subtle incongruity of the live-action OP itching at the
Like I
back
said,
of
it's
my mind,
beautiful that-
or it may have been the aid of a
Oh, no, I
certain
think we just
subtly
got random music in the
Watanabe-suggested
background.
substance that I'm gonna call G
For
Fuel
now.
because most of my audience is in less
Later
cool
on.
countries than Canada, and also because this video is sponsored by G Fuel
My
Energy
fault. I'll let
Formula.
him do it
Use
tomorrow.
promo code BASEMENT for 30% off an order of any size at gfuel.com. Regardless of what brought me here, I now fully understand what Netflix's editors failed to see. Bebop's opening is literally perfect, a seamless fusion of music and motion that cannot be changed in any way
is.
without diminishing its
But they
power.
perverted
And
it
it doesn't
by
just
saying,
set
hey,
the tone
if
for
you
every
watch what
episode
we're
of Cowboy
about to
Bebop,
give you,
it is every
It's gonna
episode
have all the
of
stuff
Cowboy
that you
Bebop.
like.
To explain what that means, I will need to provide you with even more context. Sorry, but I promise this is going somewhere really cool, and if you stick with this video all the way, there's even a crazy plot twist at the end. You see, when Watanabe set out to create Cowboy Bebop, it was his explicit, stated goal to birth an entirely new genre of science fiction. It says there right in the broken English manifesto scrolling behind Tank, and on several eye catches throughout the series. The work, which becomes a new genre.
The only thing I don't know about that is because there's been a couple of space quote unquote operas out there. We have I have Outlaw Star. I know there's fucking been space pirates out there long before then. What's that shit with fucking my man's got all those fucking girls that love him on the ship, and he's on the ship. And I think it's like a crystal or something because the ship's like a cat. The fuck is the name of that anime? Like the only way that the dude that made Cowboy Bebop, again, why he's better than me, I don't care for much for names. We don't know each other. Is the simple fact that he put music to it, unless that's what he meant by the opera part. Granted, every movie, show lets you, they basically feed you emotions through music, which is beautiful. But that's not what's great about this thing. What's great about this is
genre itself will be called Cowboy Bebop. He even picked out a name for his new genre and explained it in an even lengthier English manifesto on another eye catch. To put a very long story short, Watanabe found the war-obsessed, endlessly epic nature of your typical space opera to be very tedious, and sought to create the genre's antithesis in space jazz. Opera is one of our oldest and most venerated forms of music and theater, and like most classic forms, it tends to emphasize big, important events and big, important people with a touch of the divine to create a sense of grand, sweeping drama. Jazz, in stark contrast, is the music of everyday people and everyday life, an improvised expression of the beauty found in ordinary human emotions, ordinary human interactions, and ordinary human struggles. A jazz ensemble doesn't march to the orders of a conductor or follow fixed sheet music. Each musician acts independently, playing their assigned tune their way, while trying to stay out of the other performer's way and support their comrades' creative flourishes wherever they can. That's not to say there are no fixed compositions in jazz, but the same jazz tune is never played the same way twice. It might start and end the same, but the players forge a new path between those points every time they play it. Depending on the emotion of the moment, the same basic musical framework can become an up-tempo dance number, a goofy little musical joke, or even a somber ballad. And the bounty...
Alright, I want to talk just over his shit. Leave the subtitles there. Watch the shit yourself. The shit is alright. But yeah. The fuck was I gonna say? There's a reason why I fucking made this video. I don't remember why I made this video. Curiouser and curiouser. And we will let him fucking get his commercial off. Damn, two of them in a minute. Fuck Harvard. Fuck Harvard and its fucking asshole. Yeah. So, what are the best anime that's out right now? I wouldn't know. Like things that catch the eye? Worst of anime's worst. Curious to know what that is. Yeah, I am watching shit on the television as I am making videos on the phone. Yeah. I Hate the Promised Neverland season 2. I bet everybody did. I bet everybody did. Because it's not like the manga. Holy shit, that's a crazy... Yo, and another thing about... And I know I'm curious to know if people ever touch this. The fact that Netflix is doing what fucking production companies have been doing for quite some time now. Even now, what's crazy that there's 3 freaking digital, well, I guess what you would call comics, out there that Netflix has adapted, which are fucking far-fetched from a version of what the actual anime manga is. will say that King's avatar right now, which is fucking base. That shit is ill. It's like a realistic version of what was that shit? Sword Art Online. You know what I mean? But what's crazy is that and it's what it is on that. You cannot recreate characters with real real people's emotions and shit. That's what's gonna make this One Piece fucking thing hopefully better. Hopefully it's good, but you gotta catch mannerisms, not just freaking action and events. It's the crew's interaction with one another that makes the anime great or the story great. But I don't know. Money's money. Sex sells. It's like somebody on Twitter was sitting there like, yeah, I wonder how all the, you gotta call them incels because I don't know what else to call them, gonna feel when Nami's titties ain't as big as they are now. It's like, yeah, I watched the anime. No. I watched the anime. I didn't start reading the manga until the War of the Strongest. And yeah, Nami's titties were small. So I was like, okay, yeah, no, she had small titties then. But the real question is how are the fucking arbiters of, I don't know, anime now for some reason, are gonna feel when, for some reason, her titties get 10 times bigger after the time skip. That's the real thing. Oh, my fault. We're back on this shit. Okay. Believe it right there. This shit is great. Watch this. But it's just crazy that, do you remember the first anime opening that you've ever watched and it made you tell yourself like, yo, I'm gonna watch this shit until the fucking end. I don't care about what the plot is or what anything is. I'm trapped now. I'm trapped now. That's probably one of the best. Those are the best animes ever, even if they're shit. I.e., Attack on Titans. Fucking amazing opening. Especially when they don't even let you know that fucking homeboy is a fucking Titan himself. Unless they did, and I didn't notice it. Which is my fault because that's the worst anime in life. Yeah. Openings and endings are more important. If you can watch an anime or anything and sit there and be like, yo, when the opening kicks off, you know things are happening. That is a good show. Hands down. And I think the real freaking point of this video is that I hate people that like things more than me and are gonna fucking sit there and highlight why they like things more than me. Names, conductors, fuck cares about all that shit. Just wanna know what's happening on the next story. Where we going for breakfast, yo? Y'all have a good day.